photos that you're looking at were the artist brushstroke of Bill Gorman, who is the COO of RSM. Billy, how you doing? It's good to see you.
Doing great. Couldn't be better.
You go out every day, and you seemingly every day you take these photos. Is that?
Not every day. We try to do it a couple mornings when we know the sun's going to be up at the right, just clouds and just make it pretty.
Is that a hobby of yours or a passion of yours?
Nope,
doing
not
photography?
at all. Not at all.
You only do it here?
I'm colorblind. I can't see what.
But you showed me pictures of your house in the morning where it's spectacular.
Yeah,
and you're shooting it with your phone.
Yes, it's cool. It's great. I see something, and I think it really. I think the colors work, and everybody seems to like it.
So Don, pull up one of his pictures again for me, or Andrew, if you would. I'm curious about this. So can you not see what color is are we looking at?
I'm assuming just on a lot of education, a lot of money spent on education, the sky is blue.
Well, and that's not really going far out on the limb.
And the grass is green, so that I think the letters are white.
I think he's cheating his test. He's cheating his
test. But to your point,
seriously, what would you normally see?
I would say that there is
black
some
and white.
Blue. No. I see colors. I just can't see the contrast real well. So all the colors that are around the sun and up into the blue, they could be anything. They could be orange. They could be yellow. They could be pink.
It's just gorgeous.
I can't see all.
I mean that the shot with the sun coming through, it's kind of on top of the RSM letters.
Yes.
When I saw it this morning, it looks like something. That one right there. It looks like something out of a magazine.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because the sky is so green in this shot.
Yeah, and I guess maybe from a creativity, from a creativity standpoint, with other photographers that are around, they've said, make sure that it's off center. You don't do it right on the center. And I just thought, that'd be cool to see the sun right between the letters.
You're surrounded by photographers too. It's like paparazzi.
So it was just something fun to do.
Now, talking about fun, yesterday you had the honor of disclosing to the world how much the ladies that led the effort of Power of Love in our previous segment were talking about. It's absolutely mind-blowing. $6.78 million this year alone.
Unbelievable.
Truly. I mean, when you think back, let's go back 13 plus years. Let's go back to the years in Pinehurst. Could you have ever envisioned these kind of funds coming in built around this effort?
No. And back then, I really don't think as a firm and what we're doing, we're always charitable, always around stewardship. It just hadn't all come together as to something that was so valuable and our values, so much substance to the firm. So over time here, and then go through COVID, and what all of our people did during COVID, still raising those kinds of $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. And then I really think this is testimony to people being back together again.
Yeah.
That the putting contests in the offices, the pie in the face, the whatever it took to raise money. It's crazy.
It is. It's fantastic. And like I said, Bill did a great job yesterday. He was in 510 million homes when he made that announcement during the live coverage. Probably good I didn't tell you that one before.
That's okay.
On television, but he did an absolutely brilliant job carrying the message. And what I was saying to the ladies that were on before you, which I believe in, is that every organization has an essence to who they are. And I think events like this and the efforts that you guys have collectively put forth to touch the lives of others reveals what I call a corporate soul. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if it's a situation where as a senior leader of RSM, you've always known it. You've always known that this was your culture, or in some way have you been surprised that people could step it up even this much more?
Well, the surprise part of it, I think, of course, you just to see the power of people, what they do, that can be surprising from time to time. But the nature, our culture, has been present all of my career. It's just foundational to who we are. So it's been really fun to see it be a differentiator for the firm, I think the profession. And from our standpoint, I say all the time, when you talk about culture, you're just talking about it.
Yes.
When you can see culture, Birdies for Love, our diversity groups, our employee network groups, are the difference makers, because it is what's hold the firm together. We can all talk about things, but that's showing it. That's behavior.
There's no doubt about that. How about with your clients in your respective markets, from coast to coast and beyond? How much are they buying into all this too?
Well, first of all, it's a differentiator for us when we're out with our clients, and just again how we show up. But in many prospects into our proposals, we've talked about this is how our values show up. We would rather demonstrate it that way to a prospect than to tell them about a certain expertise or that our fees are going to be X or Y. And they're like, tell us more. The audit committee is more directed towards those kind of values and our 5 characteristics, as we call them, but more than some of the technical content in proposals. So a difference.
Absolutely amazing. When Brian was with us earlier in the week, and now it seems like years ago, but it was just 5 days ago, he spoke about the 5 C's. Yesterday, after you were on TV and we were sitting having a bite over in one of the chalets by the golf course, you also mentioned the 5 C's, and I made a mental note, if you would allow, that we should mention that again on this Friday morning, because again, I think it speaks to culture and commitment and just pure class.
I won't go through all of them. There's 5, but how we came about that was, do you think about all the different roles that people have in the firm? And we're talking about being first choice advisors, how we want to show up with people. And I go, well, I'm not an advisor. I do this type of work. Mm-hmm. So the characteristics of caring, collaboration, critical thinking, courageous, every one of us can do that in our jobs, no matter what that is, in our daily work. Are you going to be courageous today to ask that question, to help someone, to take a chance on something? We talk about caring and stewardship. Caring is just that. Do you care for each other? Are you, in these days of mental health and coming through the pandemic and those kind of things, taking care of each other, being genuinely concerned for each other? Again, it's how we show up. It is our behaviors.
Earlier in the program, Andy Bossman was with us. We've been featuring his Andy Cam throughout the course of the week, and Kyle Westmoreland was his guest, who went to the Air Force Academy and is one of the newer members of Team RSM. You aptly yesterday on Golf Channel noted you yourself are a veteran, and I know Military Appreciation Day is important to the RSM Classic. How much have you been able to kind of weave all that into who this event is?
Well, again, I'll say, first of all, I'm not a veteran. I came from a military family. My father, 20 years in the military. My brother, a helicopter pilot as well. So I've been around it. Very, very important to me. So going over to the military tent and giving out hats and showing a little bit of a sign of appreciation and those types of things, but it's not something that I'm conscious of that I have to do.
That's
you
great.
just do it.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, and the courage. I'll go back to that word. The service for them, it's pretty special.
When you look at what you guys have already accomplished, and again, we keep going back to the massive sum of money that was raised this year, and collectively over $35 million, the fact that it's all built around a sporting event, the fact that you guys have partnered with the PGA Tour, I mean, I'm going to ask you the question of what you're most excited about, but it seems like it's a pretty good time to be grateful and excited about what you're doing even at the moment.
Oh, for sure. Grateful for the firm and 17,000 employees in the U.S. and Canada, 55,000 worldwide. We told you a story that last year about the little boy from Ireland that all of a sudden was into giving based on what he heard from you and I and something on TV. So it is so easy to be proud of all the work that all of our people do across the country.
It is
countries,
so cool.
World.
After this, will you get a chance to take a little break and rest?
Yes, actually, we'll go home. Kim will be here over the weekend, and we'll have some fun here over the weekend, and then we'll go back home and be with the kids, and then we're going to just squeeze in a quick little trip to Iceland.
Iceland,
just for the sheer fun of a little cold.
Are you going to do it before Christmas? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah.
Talk about courage at this time of year.
Yeah, why not?
Bring all 5 C's with you.
Yeah, why go to Iceland in the summertime?
Perfect. Hey, why not? Win in Iceland.
Yeah.
Billy, thank you.
Yeah, Maddie.
It's so good to see you.
Always the best.
So proud of you guys and everything that you have accomplished.